Have you ever tried to manifest something and you realize that it's not really working, it's taking forever, or you actually start manifesting the exact opposite of what you actually want to manifest or something completely different? Now, this may cause you to feel quite frustrated, and maybe you don't even really quite believe in this whole law of attraction, right? That you can have what you truly want. But what if I were to tell you that if you were to work with the Akashic Records can actually help you speed up the process of you manifesting and also help you manifest what you actually want? Because the Akashic Records is a powerful tool that can give you insights, can give you guidance, can actually help you heal and release anything that is really holding you back. And all of that can actually speed up your manifesting process and your efforts that you're putting into manifesting, and especially really manifesting what you want rather than the things that you don't want. And in this video, I want to introduce you to how working with the Akashic Records can help you speed up your manifesting process so you can actually start attracting the things that you truly desire. So let me share with you how exactly that works. So first of all, you can use the Akashic Records to discover what exactly is it that your soul actually wants, your soul desires that are most in alignment. Because if you're trying to manifest something that is absolutely not in soul alignment, it causes energetic friction. So let's say you say, oh, I would love to have a mansion. I'm gonna manifest me a mansion, right? But deep down, your soul actually would be happy with just a nice little home in a very nice area where you feel absolutely at home. Right? So if you're trying to go for something like, and oftentimes it's those materialistic things that are just so far outside of what your soul actually wants, that's what makes it very hard for you to really manifest. But let's say you don't want to have a mansion, but let's say it's something smaller, something different, that you say, oh, I really want to manifest this, but it's actually also misaligned to what your soul actually wants. That also then causes friction. So you can first of all find out, well, what is really in soul alignment? So you can check in with whatever you want to manifest. You can check in, well, am I really in alignment with that? Am I in energetic alignment with my desire? Is this a soul desire? Just to kind of check in with you, with your records to see, is this really what you are meant to be manifesting? Because if you're focusing on the wrong kind of thing, that's what caused then the friction, that's what caused then the challenges and the struggles and the obstacles, and it's basically energetically you're pushing that away, right? So that's why it may be challenging for you to manifest it. Then secondly, what you can do is, once you know, like, okay, whatever you want to manifest is actually in alignment, you can then find out, well, what is actually holding you back from manifesting it? What is blocking your ability to manifest it in just that way or something even better? Now, this could be fears of actually having it or the consequences of you having it. It could be doubts that you don't really believe that you can actually have it, or you don't feel deserving or worthy or any of that stuff. Or it could also be because some past experience taught you that it's not safe to do that, and that can also interfere. Or you could then also uncover if you may have picked up beliefs and experience from other people. They are imprinting around certain things. So let's say you want to become really financially abundant, but the people that you're around, society also teaches that making money is really hard, and maybe you have taken on those beliefs as your own truth, but deep down you don't really believe that, right? But over time they became your truth, they became your beliefs. This includes also ancestral patterns as well, emotional blockages as well. And you can really get to the root of what is really blocking you from manifesting your desires with ease. Once you uncover that, once you know exactly what is really holding you back, which brings me into the third piece here, is that then you can actually use the Akashic Records to heal it and clear it and release it. Now, yes, you may also want to uncover, well, what is the lesson you actually meant to learn from that? But once you have all that, you can clear it. You can also rewrite your records, because it's about rewriting the energetic signature, right? So if you uncover that, you have some doubts, you have fears, there's some ancestral pattern going on, things like that, and then you clear that, you heal that, you release that, then you want to infuse the positive, because when you take something out, there's a void. So you want to fill that void with something better, right? So you can infuse the energetic signature of what you want to experience instead. That will then help you create a ripple in your life, so you then start seeing the shifts happening in your life. Then after that, once you've cleared that, and then the fourth part here is that then you can actually get guidance of how you're actually meant to go about it in the most aligned way. So you can ask for the roadmap, the things that you're meant to be doing, the things that you need to watch out for, things like that. You can actually find out exactly what you need to do to make it happen, to manifest your desires, as well as the energy you may need to align yourself to or embody. Because if you don't yet have what you want, there's an energetic mismatch going on, right? There's an energetic misalignment. So you can also find out, well, what is the energy I need to embody? What is the essence I need to embody? What is the vibrational signature I really need to adapt to? You can find out all that within the Akashic Records to really get the roadmap of how to manifest your desires with more ease. And the fifth step here is that you can actually continue working with the Akashic Records on an ongoing basis to really help you manifest your desires. Because as you're moving forward, well, things come up. Doubts creep in, fears sneak up, challenges are happening, things are not working out as fast. Patience is also one thing that needs to be embodied, right? And as you're going about your day and as you're moving forward, really trying to manifest your things, you can continue working with the Akashic Records to see if anything is coming up. You can then clear that, you can release that, you can heal that, you can rewrite that. And also, okay, how can I move forward? What can I do today to get one step closer to my desires? So on a continuous basis, the Akashic Records can help you to really manifest the life that you want or the things that you want. Now, one thing I do want to mention is, now the Akashic Records won't be able to tell you when you're going to manifest it, because the thing is with the Akashic Records, it gives you insights, it gives you guidance, but then what you want to understand is there's divine timing at play and there's also free will on your part. So if the Akashic Records were to give you guidance that, yeah, in 2 weeks you're going to manifest that, but you're deep down, you're not really ready for that. Well, yes, mentally you're like, yes, I want that. 2 weeks. Oh my God, I cannot wait. But if you haven't cleared those fears yet, if you still have doubts and all of those internal, misalignment, then 2 weeks come about and nothing happened. Okay? So you won't be able to get an exact date. And if you do want to ask, feel free to do that, but just know that if you are not ready, subconsciously you will do everything in your power to not manifest your desires by that date. I just want to, as a side note, just want to mention it. But you can get all the information on an ongoing basis. You can work with the Akashic Records to really stay in alignment, to really keep moving forward and really manifesting your desires. Keep working on whatever's coming up that could get in the way of you actually manifesting what you want. And the sixth and final step here that I want to mention is that you can actually also then uncover what is the more expanded, more evolved desire that your soul has. And that often goes way beyond what the ego wants. And here, that's kind of like what I mentioned earlier with, let's say you want to manifest a mansion, but your soul actually just wants to have maybe a beautiful, nice cabin in the woods or something like that, right? Or a really nice, just a nice family home, 2-story family home or 1-story family home in just a nice area, right? You don't even really want that big mansion because, hey, that has a lot of rooms, a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned, right? So when you uncover what is it that your soul truly wants, what is the more evolved version of that, you can also find out about that within the Akashic Records. So I really hope this inspired you to maybe consider working with your Akashic Records to really help you manifest your desires, because the Akashic Records is really a beautiful and powerful tool that can help you speed up the process, can give you so much insights, can really help you stay in alignment, and can also give you some of that certainty that, yes, what I truly want is really possible for me. Because how many times did you want to manifest something and then you had that sneaking doubt in the back of your head like, yeah, it would be great, but I don't think I can do this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, and like, who am I to do this, right? Well, when you work with the Akashic Records, it can give you certainty that, yes, this is truly what you're meant to do. I always hear from clients when they have somewhat of an idea of what their soul purpose is, what they're here to do, but they also have that little voice in the back of their head like, I don't know, I don't think I can. And then whenever I do a reading for them and then I provide them basically with the answer, the confirmation, it gives them that certainty like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Yes, okay, this is what's really meant to happen. And that's what's possible for you too. So if you would like to learn how to work with the Akashic Records, I want to invite you to join me in a 10-day journey of learning how to work with the Akashic Records. Now, in this 10-day journey, you're going to learn how to access your records, how to ask the right kind of questions, but then also over those 10 days, I will guide you through different ways of working with the Akashic Records, from using the Akashic Records for manifesting, also about uncovering your life purpose, discovering past lives, and things like that. So over the course of 10 days, you will learn a lot about yourself and also how to really work with the Akashic Records. It will absolutely blow your mind. So if you're interested in that, if that resonates with you, there's a link in the description below. Check it out so you can join this exciting 10-day journey. And I would be happy and I would be honored if you were to join the program so I can assist you in really working with the Akashic Records, because ever since I started working with the Akashic Records, my life has not been the same. I never not know an answer to a question. I do readings for myself on a consistent basis. I tune in quite often just to heal something, clear something, release something, and also receive guidance of, okay, how can I move forward? It makes life so much easier when you have access to that. So I want to offer this to you, give you that opportunity for you to learn how to work with the Akashic Records yourself, because if you're intrigued by the Akashic Records, if you always felt somewhat drawn to them, maybe you've never done a reading or maybe you've never actually worked with your Akashic Records, but it's quite intriguing to you, then maybe that's a nudge from your soul that you're actually meant to explore this further. So link is in the description below if you would like to do so. So thank you so much for being here. I'm really grateful that you were here. But be sure to check out those two videos. It's about how to use the Akashic Records to uncover your life purpose, and also how to use the Akashic Records for deep inner healing and forgiveness work. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.